Good morning to you. I'm just got about 5 minutes here on the way to work here on rainy Saturday morning, and just working like a maniac, trying to uh, trying to build up, work, produce, exchange, outflow, inflow, all that. And yeah, had an idea. Wanted to go back over some fundamentals, and I wanted to get you to ask yourself. Hopefully, the volume levels are okay here. I'm in a public place, so I don't want to talk too loud. I'm having my crepe. I'm having a French pancake. Crepe means small, thin, tasteless, bland French pancake. That's what it means. And they're awesome. Um, yeah, just thinking about some of the amazing people I met last night at the Bitcoin Cash meetup. We had a nice turnout. I think we had, something like 20, 25 people there, which maybe relatively is small, but we go for quality over quantity. Absolutely get the top of the top, the coolest, the friendliest, the business types, the crazies. We get a really nice mix. Great to see everybody there. Big shout out if you were there. If not, make sure you're there next time. Definitely looking forward to meeting any cool people, in person and exchanging. See, exchange is a very important concept, and it's basically communication. Communication can be measured or observed, and there's different degrees of communication. There's some that's ineffective or non-existent, and then as you move up and you get better and you have more energy flows and production going, then there's a whole lot more effective communication, and it feels good. It feels good, and you feel happy when you have effective communication with people who receive your intentions and you receive theirs, and you have something in common. And with that, so I know that seems like a distraction, but it's not, because I want to talk about the definition of economics. Go back to basics. I've done a few videos on this, and if you've been watching my channel for a couple years now, I'm like a little bit obsessed with the definition of economics. And I think you should be too, because most of the ones that are currently provided for you, I believe, are referenced incorrectly. So I want to give you a concept of give and take, and give you a definition, of a functioning definition for the individual, not one that is from some dork in a socialist classroom, right? Like, economics is a real thing. It's how the spirit breathes the air of value. Okay, so without lofty Shakespearean explanations, it's economics is the give and take of life. It is the karma of life. It is that which is taken, which is not given back. Okay, it is promising to deliver and failing to do so. It is promising to deliver and exceeding the expectations of both parties. It is so many things, but a proper definition is exchange. So economics is actually the subject of giving and taking, and when it's done on a unsatisfactory level, then it will result in misery and unhappiness for both sides, and then the transaction will be floating or pending. This is true of interpersonal social relationships as well. When you say something that upsets another person, you say something that they can't respond to and can't receive, and it actually floats and hangs up. So economics is intimately connected with the exchange. Social communication is not separable from economics, and is in fact part of the fundamental definition. So if you think about the way that things are, the way that we work together as groups of people, I think from where we are today, we can go to a better level, a more efficient uh, place, but specifically a way where us as individuals take full responsibility for that which we are outflowing, and that which we are giving, and that which we are taking. And if we try to improve on the on our interpersonal communications with people, maybe try to be more understanding, and also try to improve business-wise with the products that we provide others, to ensure that that person is fully receiving our product in the way that we would like to, that we had anticipated. We can use economics to enhance our own individual power. And I think that we're going to have to do that, or else suffer the consequences as a society. So my next thought. So I hope that's clear on what I'm saying. So economics, it's not just something that you read about in a textbook. It is the lifeblood. It is the running water. It is the movement of the river through the spirit. It is the coming and the going. Okay? It is what they called karma. Because failure to give back when you promise to, it just locks you up. It gives you a debt. Okay? And debt is intimately related with things like karma and economics. I know it sounds strange, but it sure is true if you really start thinking about it. Because really, what does a soul ever get in trouble for? Is really just to take too much when he shouldn't take. He should be given back, or or gives too much and just never takes back. So the imbalance of this is what causes basically all strife in the world. So I'm not sure if we can correct it as groups, but I know that if, as individuals, this could be corrected, and within a few generations we could have people that are willing to be personally responsible for the whole world, from wherever they are in the world. So my last thought for you is that exchange and the giving and taking and the imbalance of things can be, there is a scale of economics, right, where at the bottom of it, where you have death and anarchism, say for a society, there would be no exchange, there would be no production of goods and services, and there would probably be very little. Oh, thanks. Gonna get some more coffee. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Cheers. Cheers to the Crepe House, man. Bringing out the coffee. Really appreciate it. So, as far as like a society goes, if we deliver sorry, I got distracted there. So yeah, in a death anarchy, at the end of a civilization cycle, there's no goods and services produced, and there's also very little social communication. There's very little interchange socially, and there's very little economic or productive exchange. Then as you move up, the next, I believe, stage would be where people are feigning to deliver goods and services, but they're subpar. They're below what's expected. They're not that great. So somebody's putting an imbalance there by not delivering what was needed or wanted or expected. Say, oh, this will be a high class, this will be a high quality product, and then when it comes, like, it's a McDonald's burger. It's a picture of like a Gordon Ramsay burger, and then when it comes, it's a McDonald's burger. And then above that, people can exchange at a higher level where they get what they expect, and then above that, people exchange and get more value than what was expected from the money or the goods and services, so both parties leave in a higher level of existence than they were prior to the transaction. And that's the only real way that you can have a sustainable economy. Right now, this and then above that, by the way, just so you know, most people don't think about this, but it goes into it goes above a money economic system. It goes into an artistic economic system. And this is a very fun sort of thing where things are very easy and cool, and people are just happy, and people pay each other for the art, for just basically we exchange with each other, and our social interactions are so valuable and enlightening to each other that itself becomes a sustainable source of production. We don't have that actually today. Most of our social media is actually highly destructive. Okay, but there is in an artistic, you'll see this. Bitcoin can maybe get you there, where independent artists can literally make all their whole living sharing what they know, helping those around them, and this is probably where the maximum height that we can get to on planet Earth. That's now beyond the artistic economic system. It goes in. This is considered benevolent anarchy, by the way, because the artist doesn't need to be regulated. He instinctively wants to do things that are more. He wants to give more than he wants to take, and so in that sort of a society, you have a sustainability that will bring you into the next stage of an economics, and which is an entertainment-based society. Now, earlier on, just above an anarchism, not the benevolent anarchism, that's the artistic, sustainable one, but there's a death anarchism, and right above that, that's where people are pretending to deliver goods and services. Oh, here's some gold, but it's fake. Here's a car, but it's broken. Here's my burger, but it sucks. It's not what it was in the picture. Not that kind of anarchism. Entertainment at that level is in the Roman gladiator sort of like it's feigned entertainment where somebody has terrific suffering. It's actually suffering. But above that, you can have real entertainment. Some sporting events, and just kind of gets us to this level. But you can have a whole economy based on entertainment. So you can have, and that's actually pretty sweet. So, okay, my video is going super long. I have lots of other ideas on this, but I'm just going to cut it off. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts. Please like and subscribe.